Ultimately, quoting work comp is not just about submitting applications. Brokers who take the time to understand the unique exposures associated with different business sizes and who can package and present risks effectively are going to have significant edge. So proper underwriting, clean submissions, and the ability to tell a story behind the risk are what separate top performers from those who rely solely on volume. So successful strategies for managing your workers' comp book. Effectively managing all aspects of the policy is essential to building a successful book of business. Strengthening your skills in quoting, closing, and binding is essential in the workers' comp insurance market because it helps you remain competitive and responsive. Mastering these core functions starts with a solid understanding of underwriting guidelines across carriers and business sizes. So knowing how to present clean, complete submissions that align with carrier appetites not only increases your quote to bind ratio, but also builds credibility with underwriters. Delivering value-added solutions and competitive premiums, of course, is equally important for driving workers' comp production, both for new business and renewal business. So in a market where pricing is often the primary concern, the ability to differentiate yourself with added services such as safety programs or model analysis, it can be a deciding factor with the client. When you shift the conversation from price alone to long-term risk reduction and the total cost of insurance, you create a lasting value that makes it harder for competitors to unseat you. So finally, in managing policy activity throughout the policy term, including endorsements, audits, and midterm changes, which we're going to be going over, it's a major driver of long-term success. Clients remember how their policies are handled after they bind, and agents who are responsive and proactive during the policy year build trust and loyalty. So ensuring accuracy during audits, catching payroll or operational changes early, and using every touch point as a value opportunity, these are all going to contribute to client satisfaction and retention. And as we walk through the case study, we're going to see how these strategies are applied. Now, before we get into the case study, I want to talk about the points in the process where you might hit a fork in the road, the moments where things can either move slowly or start to fall apart. These are common points where agents may run into issues, and avoiding them can make all the difference in getting deals done efficiently and keeping clients satisfied. So here's a streamlined approach that sets top brokers apart. When you're analyzing the new business, don't just rely on surface level info. Dive into operations, class codes, claims history, and mod trends to help develop competitive, accurate quotes that stand out. When it comes to the bind, meeting all those binding requirements up front, review carrier binding conditions early, and ensure all documentation is satisfied before policy issuance to avoid delays that may cost you the deal. Stay on top of midterm changes once that policy is bound, so payroll shifts, operational changes, or new locations can impact premium and coverage. So monitoring these exposures throughout the policy period will help avoid surprises and positions you as a proactive agent. Now, own the renewal timeline. A structured, timely renewal strategy gives you time to market the account, address issues, and defend against competing brokers. So don't leave it to the last minute. Renewal retention starts months in advance. And then educating clients on the audit process. Workers' comp audits can frustrate clients, especially if they're unprepared, which is typically the case. So you want to set expectations early, help gather proper documentation, and use audits as a chance to reinforce your value. The bottom line is to win and retain more workers' comp business by elevating your process. So underwriting with intention, communicating clearly, and managing the policy lifecycle from quote to audit. The brokers who master these steps become the go-to resource for clients and the preferred partner for carriers.